presenting the challenger, Marvin Vettori.
Just choked in less than 2 minutes or something like that. That was my ticket to the UFC. All my next fights are gonna show that I'm on a different level, and I'm not stressed about it at all.
With all these YouTube fighters now, the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls, would you fight them?
I'm too big, I'm too strong. Bro, they don't want that. Like, I would have to be like half dead not to show up. And I proved this many times.
What goes through your mind before you enter the octagon? Do you get nervous?
You get ready, you just feel like everything tingling, and it's just like pull that energy off right before you go. The hardest part for me was to leave my family, to leave my home. I had to do that since I was like 18, so it's been a while, you know.
When you start making money, you know, you start living more of a comfortable life. Is it hard to hold on to that hunger?
If I'm not exhausted, if I didn't give my best, I cannot be all right with myself, you know, I cannot be okay with it. I get to do something that I love that I couldn't be doing otherwise.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So without further ado, I'm Radin Jerome. Wherever you are in your life or wherever you're going, whether financially, spiritually, or for your health, I hope you're on your way. Now let's get into it.
Marvin Vettori.
What's up, my man?
How are you, my brother?
Good,
You
man.
good?
Good.
Good seeing you. Welcome to Dubai.
Thanks, brother, thanks.
What do you think of Dubai?
Amazing, man, it's nice. It's the new Vegas on steroids, I believe. I mean, besides obviously like the gambling and stuff, but
Yeah.
now the hotels, everything is nice.
Well, we got that coming too. They're building a casino right now.
They built a casino.
They're building a casino in Ras Al Khaimah, which is like an hour from the city.
How are they gonna justify it? All this like
They're building it on a
all this
man-made.
haram.
I know. They're building it on a man-made island in the middle of the water. So,
okay.
So the rule with that is the locals are not allowed.
Okay.
So if you show your passport and you're Italian, they'll let you in. But the locals, I can't go in there.
Okay.
I mean, it really is Vegas on steroids. Does it ruin Vegas for you now? Because you live in Vegas.
I live in Vegas right now. Yeah.
How long you been there for?
Almost a year. Nah, like a year now.
Okay. And where were you before?
Before I was in Cali, I was in Orange County.
Okay. What's life like being Marvin?
Bro, life has been like, you know, like, listen, things happen, you got to roll with it. And I feel like now I've been doing some good experiences, going around, like saw a few different gyms, and I'm gonna decide where to do my next camp soon. And yeah, so now I'm just doing, like, you know, just exploring a bit around things that I haven't done until now, basically, because things have happened fast, and you know, you stick by what you know, and you stick where you've been, because it's been that way for a long time. But sometimes it's not the right thing to do. So now I think it's the right time, and that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
I read online that you might go to Dagestan. Is that still happening?
Dagestan was supposed to happen, actually. I had the visa ready, I had the flight ready, and then because most of the teams from the main two teams from Dagestan were coming here for the fights, and I was gonna go there right around when they were coming here. My manager told me, like, you know, it might not be the best time. So then I switched it up, and then I went to Austin to train. Cause man, like that was like right the day before I was leaving. So I'm like, bro, I need to go somewhere, because I already have everything packed. I was ready to go. And I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere regardless. And Austin was a place that I've always wanted to go anyway. These guys are amazing for jiu-jitsu, you know, with John Danaher, Gordon Ryan, you know, a lot of guys. And yeah, for jiu-jitsu, for grappling in the ground, these guys are next level. So I always wanted to go there, and I did, and I was there for like 3 weeks. Then this grappling fight came up, and so it all clicked perfectly together, and then I said, let's do it. So yeah. So then I came here to Abu Dhabi, basically, to fight. And so that's it. So the Dagestan thing kind of like you know, went off, but I will go. I want to go. I still want to go. So it will happen in the future for sure.
Congratulations on the win, by the way. You came here for a grappling fight. It was a very easy win for you, I think. It was a stretch for you, to be honest. So you were almost stretching in there.
Listen, at the end of the day, he came game, you know, like at the end of the day, like you can never count anybody out. And oh, of course, like it's different than an MMA fight, but he gave me good opposition, and it's I just dealt with it in the right way, and I felt like I was of a different level, to be honest, and I showed it. But to be honest, he came game, so hat off to him too.
Yeah. I want to start from the beginning. So you came up in a very uncompassionate, hard lifestyle in your early years, and you were a bouncer at 19. How much do you credit the man you are today to your hard upbringing?
Listen,
by the way, who the fuck is a bouncer at 19? People at 19 are trying to get into the club. They're not the bouncers.
No, bro, in London.
Yeah.
Bro, like, you have a dream and you gotta make it happen somehow. And yeah, listen, it's not like I wouldn't say like I didn't come up in a crazy like criminal or like bad environment in that sense. I just came up like and actually I feel like it's almost even harder because in a sense I came up in a small town where everything is like kind of like comfortable in a sense. So it's very easy to stay in that comfort zone and to not seek for more, But like I saw this thing, on YouTube, and I always loved fighting, and I'm like, man, I gotta do this. And without thinking about anything else, that was my only thought, day and night, and I made it happen. I remember like finishing up school because I started when I was like 15, basically. Finishing up school, go home, eat. By 2 p.m., I'm already catching a train. Go with the train, get the bike. Get my bike, go train, come back to the train station, get halfway back, stop into another gym, bike there, train there, come back around like 11 p.m. at night, and that was my day. How did I study? How did I pass? I don't know. I did though. And then that was my life until I finished high school, and then I moved to London. So yeah, I just made it happen, And the crazy part is that this sport almost nowadays don't like it exists, but like not at the highest level. Like where like not many people are at the, like at the level I'm at right now. And back then even worse. There was nothing. But in my mind, like I thought it was possible. I thought, why not? Like I just have to get good at fighting, and that's what I did. I just went for it, and then slowly. It's almost like you have a car, and then you can always, the beam just illuminate to like where you, for a little bit, and then once you get to that spot, then you can see further, and that's how it was, like you just focus on the next task, and then you have your big dream in your head, but also like you just go day by day, you just give your best, and then eventually things are gonna happen,
How did you get into MMA, and how did you get noticed by the UFC?
There's no secret about that. It's just you just win good fights, and like guys from the UFC are always out there and like to see if they can find new talents, And so, well, the story was that I was in London, and I had like 6-7 fights over there, and then I went back to Italy. I did 3 fights. I won the Venator championship. I fought 3 times in like 6 months, won that, and then they gave me a fight with like a more of an international opponent, and I was like, when I won that tournament, I won like 10K, so I was willing to spend all my money for a camp, basically, and so I said, okay, let's go to America, and then because I this opponent was pretty solid, and I said, I have to step it up, and also I knew like, not just for this opponent, for like the longer term goals, like. I couldn't have stayed in Italy because for that tournament I came back to Italy because after 2 years I came back and I stayed like 6 months in Italy. And they gave me this guy and I said, okay, I have to go back. I have to do my camp in US. I need to step it up. And then they gave me 2 guys like that where like they were like more international, especially the guy after that, where he was just coming off the UFC. He had like a couple wins in the UFC and then they cut him. He had a couple losses and they cut him. And they gave me that guy, and then I he was a black belt. He was supposed to be a good grappler, and I just choked him in like, in less than 2 minutes or something like that. And then I knew back then, bro. I knew back then because that was my ticket to the UFC. And then yeah, man, I remember being in Italy, and And I'm just thinking I'm gonna like debut in some small card somewhere in, I don't know, somewhere in Europe. No, the Colts comes in and they're like, hey, do you want to fight in like 6 weeks in Las Vegas in the McGregor Nate Diaz 2 card? And I'm like, what? And I just like went crazy. And then, then the rest is history.
Yeah,
We're still riding it. You
I
know?
love that fight too, by the way. Everyone was there.
Yeah, I was the very first fight of that card.
Yeah.
That was my debut.
I remember I was watching your fight, and then everyone in the background was just like Justin Bieber, Vin Diesel, like all the like Denzel Washington. Everyone was just there. If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. You know, you've been in Dubai for like 7 days now. We've spent most of the days together, and we've gone to dinners, and I look at you as my friend, like my brother, yeah, whatever. And then people come to you taking photos, and that's weird for me. I'm like, why are you taking photos as a friend? So, you know, what's fame like? How are you dealing with fame?
I don't even feel like I'm famous. I'm just a fighter who just, kind of like got to be known because of the platform he's in, you know, and like the fights that I put on. At the end of the day, bro, like I'm a simple guy. Like the best, you know, I love it when I go back home in the middle of the mountains, back in my hometown, and I just chill with my people, you know. You know, that's how it is at the end of the day. And of course, you know, it's nice as a kid from like a small town. You obviously have, you know, you have the eager to experience things and stuff, but at the same time, it's dangerous too, because you know you have to keep yourself very grounded, because you think fame is but it's very frivolous. It can go in nothing, and so yeah, it's weird for me too at times. But I get it, you know, like it's almost like when I was a kid watching guys who were like doing wrestlings, you know, like you see them, and as a kid. You know, they're a superhero to you, you know, like, yeah. So I understand it. It's just, but yeah, I just try to be as normal as I can, you know.
Yeah. You're doing, that's something I really respect about you, is like you're so humble, you're so down to earth and grounded. Like you keep it so when I talk to you, I don't feel like there's a hierarchy or something. Like we're just friends, you know.
Yeah.
Is it hard to stay humble?
Nah, bro. I think it's in you, you know. I don't think it's one of those things like, it's like you're saying now. Some people say, I respect that you always been with your same circle, and even when you go back home, you always hang out with the same guys and with the same people. Like, bro, like, of course. Like, I mean, like, how could it be differently? Like, how can I relate to somebody who just, like, you know, everybody have their own place, and of course, like, you know, new people come up in different moments of your life, but you can't forget where you're from. Where you're from, you know. It's just obvious for me. Just obvious. Like I couldn't do otherwise, you know. So very normal to me.
That's something I respect about you, because you see these fighters, the Connors and the Izzies, they have a couple of big payday fights, and then Izzy starts painting his nails and wearing pearl necklaces and shit like that. Like
that ain't even about fame. That's something wrong with him. Regardless, I don't know. And listen, to everybody their own, you know. I definitely don't respect that. I mean, I definitely don't like, you know, the way he carries himself, but it is what it is. Listen, he had a lot of fights. He won a lot. Some he lost. Sometimes he painted his nails, and sometimes I don't know. He looks like a bit like you know, like metrosexual kind of thing. You never know, like if you know I don't know, bro. It's his persona. You can't really make a lot of it. It's him, and at the end of the day, it's his business, you know.
Yeah. Do you think Izzy deserves a rematch, even after such a convincing loss?
I don't think so, to be honest. And he doesn't even want it. In fact, he's taking a break right now. So, yeah.
Who do you think deserves a match for the title? You?
I mean, I don't know. Of course, it could happen. You know, like I have history with Strickland, but
you guys are friends. So you're friends.
Yeah, we have a weird relation. We kind of friends. Yeah, no, we definitely. I mean, listen. Me and Strickland is like, we've been training for so long and together, and we shared hours and hours and hours of trainings and sparrings, and we're friends, But he's not friends like you would consider like another guy where like sometimes you hang out. Like I've never seen him outside of the gym, kind of thing, But we are at the same time. We shared a lot of like we spilled a lot of blood for each other in a sense, and so we were always there to train, one for the other. So yeah, and listen, at the end of the day, when he became champion, I was happy for him. But obviously, I want to take that belt too. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation now, but we'll see. Things are gonna happen at the right time, and I think now, I don't know. They're talking about Hamza. I think that's a bit early for Hamza to get in for a title shot also. And I think if that happens, Strickland will win that fight.
I think so too. There was a lot of holes in his fight in the recent one.
Yeah, Strickland has a very good counter wrestling. Like it's very hard to keep him down, to take him down and keep him down. You can take him down, but to keep him down is not easy. So yeah, I don't know. Duplessis was very impressive. Like that was more surprising to me what it did to Whitaker than what Strickland did to Adesanya, to be honest. So Duplessis in the line too. We'll see. Listen, I'm not stressed, man. I know it's gonna happen, and I know I'm gonna improve so much in the next 5-6 months that all my next fights are gonna show that I'm on a different level, and yeah, it's gonna happen. So I'm not stressed about it at all.
You're in your peak right now.
Nah, not even. Not even. Nah, not even in my peak. I'm just 30 now. No, I'll be in my peak in like a year or two, to be honest. And I can see it coming together. Yeah, coming together. Yeah.
Wow, I'm excited to see the journey. Everyone's saying Izzy took a dive with the Strickland fight, and then he tweeted the $sign, and then he tweeted the $sign and then deleted. I feel like he took the dive on purpose to sell the next fight.
Like which one?
Like the first one. Everyone's saying he took a dive and then he tweeted a $sign, right? And then he deleted it.
That's bullshit, bro. He did not take a dive. He's just playing games. He loves it. He just loves like putting out like making. Yeah. He did not take a dive. 100% not.
Who do you want next?
Bro, it's crazy because it's not easy because I fought everyone already. I literally fought everyone, and so we'll see. Listen, things happens really like they don't go by. There's no rules in a sense, Like Strickland beat a guy who was his debut in the UFC. He wasn't even. He was out of the rankings, and he beat him, and then he got a title shot. Like he was and he was just on 2-5 winning streak, like not saying that he didn't deserve it, he deserved it. But he beat him, and what I'm saying is like you can be somebody that is not even ranked, and then eventually maybe like you beat him in a very good, spectacular fashion, and you might get it. It's all about like momentum and catching like the time catching the time on a good opportunity, and that's what he did, and. So everything can happen very fast, man. So you just gotta stay ready. And what's next for me? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could be somebody up and comer. It could be already somebody that has been there. I don't know. But I'm not too hard to please in the sense of like opponents. So when they'll bring up a name, if it makes sense, we'll definitely do it.
I've been to the gym with you a couple times now. You train like an animal, like a Viking in a way. You just, you don't give your body rest. You're just onto the next one.
No, yeah, but I gotta get better with that, to be honest. I was even worse than that, to be honest. Like now it's just, I have to, you have to also become smarter through time, because otherwise you're breaking your body down for nothing. There's not really like a reward, not a reward, but like a productive side into it, into it. So yeah, I'm definitely working on that too, on becoming smarter on the way I train.
Do you like the trash talk part of the job?
Yeah, and to be honest, like trash talk, like I don't even like the way that it's called trash talk. It's just
Yeah.
It's just talking to your opponent. And he's like, I get it, like, you know, sometimes it's not needed or whatever, but sometimes it is needed. Sometimes you don't like somebody, so you just want to like express what, you know, what you think about him. And very easy between fighters, because obviously, you know, we are already fighting, so the tension is high already. And he says something I don't like, I say something back, and next thing you know, there's some crazy shit going on. You know?
Is there a line? Because I mean, Dylan Dennis pretty much went off at Logan Paul for his wife, you know, for his girlfriend. Is that too far? Is there a line?
No, listen. On the girlfriend, I don't know. What I know, what I believe is that. Listen, on the girlfriend, he just brought it to a level where he was a bit cringy, you know, like it was a bit cringy, like it was too much. I'm like, bro, why you like you're not fighting her? Like almost like it's like I get it, he's trying to get to Logan's head, but like that, it's just too much, bro. Like just go on, like just say something else. I get it, like she's naughty, bro. She's a naughty girl for sure.
That's so funny, dude. I'm trying to hold my laughing so I don't interrupt you. She's a naughty girl, we get
She's
it.
naughty, bro. Oh, she's naughty. She had a little demon, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot to deal with.
I mean, you say anything to get someone's head, really. You know what, Dylan Dennis, he didn't even throw any punches, bro. He just went in there to get beaten up.
Listen, Dylan Dennis, like, I actually feel a bit bad for him because he just takes like stupid, poor decisions, and he's a bit unlucky also he's a bit also unlucky, but he's setting himself up for like failure most of the time. And because bro, like this guy can actually compete. Like he's actually a good competitor, I think. Like in a sense where like if he has the skills, he can compete well. But sometimes he doesn't actually have the skills. Like so for boxing, he doesn't have the best skills to compete with like high level guys. And I'm not saying like Logan was a crazy high level guy, but still better than him. But what I'm saying like is that he can deal with the competition well, but he just doesn't have the skills. Like, and I don't know why, like, okay, man, this and that, but like, bro, Logan, he's a better boxer, and I think he's a bit bigger also. Like, I don't think there was I don't know. And even like, I don't know, bro, at the end of the day, there's no shortcuts in these games. Like, you have to train hard and like stay consistent throughout the whole time. He was a bit unlucky with like, you know, injuries here and there. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know, to be honest.
I mean, he's asked to be in the UFC after that, but after what? Well, you showed nothing. You showed that you can take a punch.
Nah, bro. It was horrible. Everything was horrible about that.
Yeah. You know, with all these YouTube fighters now, the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls calling out the MMA fighters, would you fight them?
These guys are doing a good job of picking and choosing, but they know better, bro. They know better than not to bother me with their bullshit, bro. Like they know, like I'm too big, I'm too strong. They know that, bro. They don't want that. They know for sure. Why would they pick somebody like Dylan, bro? Like, yeah, man. Like, listen, it's a completely different ballgame, and they know it. And they're becoming okay now, actually, to, you know, like, cause they're getting good training, they're liking it. I think Jake Paul way better than Logan. But they definitely don't want none of that. Bro, I remember still when, like, Logan did, like, this stupid video with Paulo Costa, and to kind of, like, show how Paulo Costa was, like, a beast, you know, and then I went out and I just beat, like, Paulo Costa 20 pounds over the weight that he was supposed to be, so. But this guy don't fucking want none of that. But, and also, bro, I'm signed with the UFC, so, but who knows, you know?
Yeah, look, I think them fighting you is not an easy payday like it was with Dylan Dennis, you know?
It's a big payday, and then easy also, yeah. But
it's not an easy payday for them. You know, it's an easy payday for them fighting Dylan Dennis or basketball players. But,
yeah, but if what I've seen about how many pay-per-views they sold is true, like, bro, they're doing something right. Yeah. I don't know how much they're, you know, I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah.
I mean, they're marketers. They're marketers first, then they're fighters.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I believe like now almost like it's all the way around. Like back in the days, people used to just love like watching the fight. now they actually love more watching the build up to the fight than the actual fight. Yeah, it's society has changed. All the values in society have fucking changed big time. They're all like, they got flipped over.
Sometimes society wants to see the trash talking more than the actual fight.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. The thing, like, back in the day, they used to love like watching the actual, like, colliding of two styles or whatever it was. How two styles were one against each other. Like in general, like the skill set, like one against the other. Now they're more about the trash talk and the gossip and the shit that they talk and all this stuff.
I think one of the best ones that were the trash talking was when Conor McGregor was fighting Floyd Mayweather. When they did 3.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
But you see, Mayweather is the real G. Like, this guy didn't flinch ever, bro.
Yeah.
He was never fucking bothered by anything. He's been there, he's done that. Like, this guy was never, bro. Mayweather is like actually like one guy who is like next level.
Yeah.
This guy next level, for real.
Dennis Rodman said, I'll play basketball for free. Like, I love basketball. It's the media you have to pay me for. What part of the job, because you clearly love fighting. Like, that's just what you do. You like to, you like to get in there. What part of the job do you feel like you have to get paid for that's taxing?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, no, listen, I always say, like, the hardest part for me was to leave my family, to leave the place I'm from, and to leave my place, bro, to leave my home. And I've been doing that, and I had to do that since I was like 18, so it's been a while, So yeah, definitely that was the hardest part for me. Listen, sometimes it's actually alright to do media, like, it depends, But I get it. Some people are annoying. They come up with stupid questions. Sometimes you don't want to do media, but it's also part of the job. Especially like, these NBA players, like they were Rodman. I don't know, like Michael Jordan. These guys are we're getting paid like crazy amount. We don't get paid that kind of amount, and our pay is really based on our performances too. So, I mean, them too, but like a little bit more like with delay in a sense. Let's say a season you don't play well, maybe then the next season you get paid less. For us, it's like the next fight or like immediately after. If you don't put on a good performance, people are gonna overlook you really fast. So a lot of us actually want media in the beginning to like, to get known and stuff. So I think for us, media is a bit different. Some people still don't like it, but a lot of others, they welcome it because they know that, they're going to make it more relevant,
Obviously, the pay for the UFC fighters has been like center of attention for a bit now. Francis Ngannou is fighting Tyson Fury, and he's about to get 3 times what he got paid in his whole UFC career. What do the fighters think about the fighters' pay and the labor rights? What's the internal conversations?
Listen, with the UFC, it's like you have to show that you're an asset in a lot of ways, and I never had a problem. Listen, but I'm a guy who worked his ass off, and never pulled out of a fight, never missed weight. Listen, I signed that contract. For me, like life or death, and I'm gonna show up regardless. Like you would, like I would have to be like half dead not to show up, and I proved this many times. So I believe like a lot of people is not like that, and so obviously like the UFC have to deal with a lot of like bullshit, and then they come up and they ask for more money, and they're like, bro, like obviously they don't tell you that, but why would you, like there's many examples of that, but it's very personal, especially if you've been in it for a long time, but it's very performance related. Like they know it's they have the platform, and if you want to be in it, welcome. If you don't, then don't.
No, it's definitely still a great opportunity. I mean, you still get paid a lot. You know, we talked about how much money there is in UFC when we met, and it's still great money, you know?
Yeah, they don't come one day to another. Like you have to prove yourself for sure. You're also an entrepreneur. Like you're not just a fighter. You have to look out for yourself also for like for the money side kind of thing. You know, it's not just you're signed to a team. They give you this for this amount of years and you're set. No, it's different. You know. But yeah, I got nothing bad to say about them. To be honest, like they always. You know, I proved myself, and I always got treated well, and have a good relation with them.
What goes through your mind before you enter the octagon? How do you do you get nervous?
Nah, I wouldn't say nervous. It's more like, you know, like you get ready. Like he's just like, you get ready. He's like, you're ready to go, man. Like you just have to think about your strength, and on that moment nothing else matters. It's just like you know what you have to do. It's just you know, everything is about like staying present and just deal with everything that comes in the best way possible in that moment, and that's it. It's just you get ready, you just feel like everything tingling, and it's just like I just can't wait to go.
Yeah.
And that's the way, that's the right moment to pull that energy off right before you go.
Yeah.
Right when you go, not before, not weeks before, not the night before. Right when you're walking out, you're like, you gotta have like those tingling, almost like everything is firing, you know?
Yeah.
And then that the rest, you know, as much as you stay present, you don't either think about the past or neither think about the future. And this can happen during the fight too. Like, you know, you get hit, you're thinking like, you know, like if you get hit or something, or if you end up in a bad position, you just have to be like, I'm gonna get out now, and this is not gonna happen. It doesn't have to stick into your mind where like, oh shit, now I'm in a bad position, I'm gonna be in a bad position. No, you know, you just deal with it, and then it's past. And neither in the future, like, oh yeah, I'm doing good, how long is left, or things like this. No, like I'm doing good, I'm gonna keep doing good, round by round, second by second. I'm gonna deal with it in the best way.
Can you talk to me about the experiences you've had since being in the UFC? What are the key things that you've learned along the way? You've learned business.
Everything, bro. Like me being an MMA fighter and then me being in the UFC, it put me out into the whole war, basically. Meanwhile, before, I came from a small town. I was in a little bubble almost, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about a lot of things. You know, just the fact that I had to move to America, obviously put me into a whole different ball game in a sense, you know? So, and now it's been almost 12, 13 years of my life. So obviously, you know, I grew with it, and yeah, everything, bro. Like I'm a completely different man, you know? It's just, it's been my life. So.
Yeah, it's raised you in a way.
What?
You know, it's raised you.
Yeah.
They took you when you were a kid.
For sure.
And they raised you. How do you rapidly cut weight to make weigh-ins?
Bro, yeah, I have the best nutritionist in the game.
Okay.
Mateo Capodaglia, shout out to him.
Yeah.
I've been with him for a very long time. He knows me very well, and I mean, there's no really easy way to it. Like, you know, there's not really any secret. You gotta, like, you know, like cut some food out, but at the same time, if you do it the right way, like he always taught me, and like he always tell me to do it. You know, you can still have good food. Make sure you can you know, have great performances in your trainings and stuff, and still be able to go down on weight. You know, I definitely struggle way less than a lot of other fighters to cut weight. And then the day before, obviously, that's never gonna be easy. When you do like the water cut, you know, like you have to cut like those 6 kilos. So yeah, that's never gonna be easy, but you know, it's part of the game, and there's no point on like
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's part of the game. There's no point of complaining about it. It is like that. That's it, you know.
So what do you do? What's the water cut? You just don't drink water?
So the water cut is like, no, you just either like, you know, like do a little workout, like light workout, but where you keep sweating, you have to sweat it out.
And you don't drink water, you don't replenish it. And then that way you lower how much you weigh.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. Yeah, you just sweat it out.
That's tough.
Yeah, that ain't easy.
That's tough. I just imagine that wouldn't be easy. What's going on with USADA and UFC moving away from them and all the steroid use going on?
I don't fucking know.
No.
I don't fucking
Do they need to know where you are?
I mean, about me personally or in general? Yeah, personally, of course. Yeah, I have to say where I'm at every day. They can come and check me every day of my life randomly. But it's annoying. But shit, like I was happy with it because I know that's the only way that they have to catch people. Yeah. So, bro, at this level, there must be something for sure. Cannot be just, you know, the Wild West kind of thing where like everybody do whatever they want. They just take whatever they want. It can't be like that. So I'm sure something's gonna step in and still, you know, there still will be an anti-doping. I just don't know if it's gonna be like at these standards that USADA was bringing, but I hope so because of course, like at this level of competition, there cannot be nothing. It would just be crazy.
Which fighters from the past or present do you draw inspiration from?
Fedor, always say Fedor Emelianenko was the guy who brought me into the sport. To be honest, yeah, he's something different.
Would you say you seek inspiration with your fighting styles from him as well?
Anything like obviously I'm very different, but I loved watching him, and I loved like the way he fought and the way he was carrying himself, and everything. He's a legend.
You know, the mental and emotional toll it has on a UFC fighter must be hard. Like, how do you deal with the highs and lows?
Listen, life is highs and lows anyway. Like bro, fighting is life at the end of the day. You know, anything doesn't count without fighting in life. So, you roll with it, man. Like, you roll with it. You need to, like, you know, over time you need to build like thick skin and big shoulders, and you know, bad or good, you just take it on the chin and keep going, and then eventually, you know, like I don't remember where I saw it, but it's like that, you know. If you can't stay motivated, you stay consistent, and it's a good way to put it. Yeah. You stay consistent. You just do what you're supposed to, and eventually you get motivated again. If you're motivated, great. If you're not, you stay consistent.
If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. As an Italian UFC fighter, you've played such a key role for the sport in your country. How do you feel about the impact that MMA has had on Italy?
We're still a bit far, to be honest. I mean, I hope something's going to change soon. I'm definitely going to, you know, at the right time, I'm going to try my best to shape the right movement to make MMA grow. There are some guys who are doing good. Bro, people in Italy, they don't want to be in Italian. You want to stay in Italy. I know it's like you know, Italy has like some very nice things, but it also has some very bad things. But one thing is very hard is to leave Italy, man. And so a lot of people, they feel like they find ways to justify themselves for staying there and also being able to train. But you know, if I could have, I would also stay back then. But I realized it was a very hard thing to do.
Why is it so hard to leave Italy? Is it the food, the culture?
Yeah, everything, bro. Like everything. It's just
the weather.
Everything, man. Like I don't know. The way you bond with people is just different. I don't know. Like
it's a very warm, hospitable environment.
I don't know, bro. Because like, you know, other people will tell you, well, we do the same. It's the same in other places too. But I don't know. It's just hard, bro. People like for some places they don't want to leave, and I feel like I don't know of many fighters who actually left and for a very long time like I did, you know. And you know, and by staying there, it's not easy because the level it's not what it is at the highest level. So, yeah.
I watched a video of you backstage going up to Izzy saying, "Where's my belt? Where's my belt?"
Yeah.
What are some of the funny behind the scene memories that you have being in the UFC?
Like
Does that stuff happen often? Like everyone just trash talks behind the scenes?
like listen, like depends. Like we all humans, so sometimes you know, especially like being in Vegas, being in some places where fighters come and go, you see them a lot. You see a lot of people, and then you end up talking to them, and it's just normal. It's like you know, just talk like two normal persons, and sometimes people don't like each other, and like some shit happens. But well, behind the scene, I don't know. Like one time, I don't know. Me and Strickland, I remember like we're training at a UFC gym, and like probably me and him, like so many times we got close to kind of like fight almost. And one time I just took off my gloves and I'm like I punched him because he headbutted him in the face and almost cut me, like split open on my eyebrow. And he's like, and I told him, motherfucker, you know, like, you know, keep your head up, you know, like don't put your head down, because I think he did it on purpose, and I know he did it on purpose. And he's like, nah, I did it on purpose. Like, you shouldn't have watched out for it. And I'm like, bro, I know he did it on purpose, because he only does his sparring, so I know he knows how to spar.
Yeah.
And so that was funny, because then I punched him, but I didn't really catch him. And then he came back at me. Then I didn't even expect that he was gonna come back at me, and then because he came back with a little bit of a delay. And then all of a sudden I turn around and he's running at me, and then we just fight for a second, and just like, and then people there just divided us.
They break it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a funny story. But yeah, I got plenty, but then I don't want to bring up like old shit too. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever walked to a fight, like to walk to the octagon at your fight, and you see a celebrity that you really like? You're like, oh shit, what the fuck, you're here? Nah, you don't give a fuck.
I don't care, yeah, to be like celebrity or not. To be honest with you, like that's one thing, you know. Like I'm glad, because some people sometimes not being somebody that, you know, like not being like, you know, not seeing like famous people or things like this, you almost like you know, like dehumanize almost the guy, because he's just famous. And by now I know, because that happens to me at times where like people sees me and I'm like, bro, I can see them in their eyes, like it's almost like they saw a ghost. And I'm like, bro, we're all humans, because I'm human, and you guys sometimes look at me like I'm not, but I'm very normal like you guys. And so yeah, so celebrity or not, like I'm, bro, like probably these people got more shit going on than I have. Like it's like, bro, like, so you know, if you're well, you're well. If you're not, you're not. And we're, at the end of the day, we're all people, man. And so to me, it's just I'm not really too much into these celebrity things also. So, and plus, when you're walking out for the fight, bro, you're laser focused. You got blinders on, and you don't see nothing but the cage and your opponent and what you have to do. So, not really.
But see, that again ties back to you being grounded and humble. Because I you know, I've spent, how many days we've been to? I've spent, you know, pretty much most days with you since you've been here, and no ego, you know, humble, you know, nothing like, you know, not like a Mariah Carey, go give me a cappuccino, 2 sugars now. You know what I mean? It's not like that at all.
Nah, bro. Like everybody is at their own place, deserve respect, man. Like every single people that, you know, do their job with you know, especially like in the right way, and like having, you know, like, because at the end of the day you have to be either you think that you should deserve more or not. In that moment you have to do your best, And when you like just carry on your, you carry on your duty with in the best way that you can, and you deserve respect. And of course, man, like of course you have to be nice with people. You have to be like, you can't be, I don't know, you can't be disrespectful. It's just stupid. It's just cringy to me. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you? Like, that could be you like a while ago, like you never know, so absolutely, man.
Is it hard to keep a relationship being a UFC fighter because you're always flying in and out?
Relation with girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit hard, I think. I mean, at least for myself. It's hard because it's really hard to compromise, and the relation at the end of the day are a compromise. It's a compromise. The relation, it's a compromise. And if you're not willing to, then it's hard because obviously, you're on your own schedule all the time, and it's hard. That's what it is. I'm always gonna pick like training or like, me trying to find, I don't know, me training or me doing something for my fighting career over a relation, and
of course.
And it can be like that if it's if you're trying to build something on the long term, and it's gonna be very hard to find somebody who accept that, So that's what it is,
Yeah, you always have to put your purpose first.
Yeah,
and if you
especially, in this time and age, it's so easy to just, for men, but also for women to just be like, okay, next, like it's just, so you're not really willing to just find a way to keep it together, even though it's not easy. You just switch to the next thing, So, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's not easy, but it definitely can happen. I know a lot of fighters who have wife and kids, and they're doing great. So I mean, it can happen for sure.
But I also find if you don't put your purpose first, a woman won't respect you either. So it goes either way.
Yeah, a woman wants to be comfortable and have everything that they want, but at the same time they want time,
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard.
It's not logical.
Yeah, it's not. They're definitely not. It's like a utopia kind of thing, like a chimera. How do chimera in Italian we say chimera, but like.
Yeah.
Like one of those, like mythological creature. It's like gonna be very hard to find one of those.
Why did you choke out Steve Will Do It twice?
Bro, he wanted to be choked out. I had to make sure, man. Like I can't give him like half of the experience.
So he was half choked out first?
Yeah, and also I didn't want to overdo it. So I think the first time wasn't all the way. So
you had to go back.
I just went back.
Make sure the job was done.
Yeah.
What drives you now? The belt.
Everything. Like, listen, it's just my purpose right now is that. It's just to make it happen. And I love doing it. I'm enjoying the journey much more than before, and I believe that's my destiny to make it happen, to be the first Italian UFC champion, and that's it. I embraced it fully, completely, and that's it. At the end of the day, I just enjoy doing it, and that's way more than enough.
What's your relationship like with Dana?
It's good, bro. It's good.
Do you guys call, or does these people call you and stuff like that for fights?
Oh, we can call each other at times. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Going back to trash talking, who do you think's the OG of trash talking? Who do you think does it the best? Was it Conor McGregor?
I mean, there was a few guys who I like the way they was trash talking. Well, I mean, listen. Charles Sonnen was good at trash talking.
Yeah, it was.
Charles Sonnen was fucking good. Bisping was good.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, of course, was good, and then John Jones was also good. Different but good. Then who else? Listen, Dominic Cruz was good at trash talking. Yeah, listen, like, you want to try to get on people's heads at the end of the day, you know, like, and you know, as when you fight somebody, also you kind of want to make you an idea of what they're at, like how the way they think. Also, it's not physical, it's mental, it's how they go about things. That's important to grasp, like how they think, how they process stuff, you know, how your opponent process things. So I mean, that's what I try to do. And yeah, I definitely got too emotional on some of the exchanges. But yeah, happens, man. Like we'll live and we'll learn at the end of the day, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I've definitely done some, you know, like a lot of mistakes, but always man up to them, and I always like pay for them on my own. And so, you know, I can look myself in the mirror and just know, like, I was the maker of my own destiny. You know, nobody did it for me, in the good or on the bad. Yeah. I cannot blame anybody. I make it happen or I didn't for myself. So that's something I can be proud of.
You know when they say it's hard to get out of bed in silk sheets? You know, when you start making money, you know, you start living more of a comfortable life. Is it hard to hold on to that hunger to be UFC champion? Because I get it, like, you're making money, you're buying these cars and you're buying these mansions, and then you still want to go to the gym and get punched? Like, leave me alone. Yeah, bro. To be honest, it's to me it was not hard. No. It's something, like, some people come up and they're like, how do you do it? I'm like, bro, like, to be honest with you, you can say a lot of things, yeah, of course, stay consistent, this and that, but some of it deep inside you can't teach. Some of it you can't give to anybody. Some people are just comfortable with just they're okay with just laying back and just, you know, like, I don't know, have a couple joints, just chill, and just like, I could never, bro. I could never. Like, if I'm not exhausted, if I feel like I didn't give my best, if I feel like I cannot be all right with myself, you know, I cannot be okay with it. So yeah, I can. And then one of the things, like I said before, like, being away always reminded me every fucking day when you know, waking up and like, not, I mean, now it's been so much, but like so long, but you know, waking up in a different place that is not my house and it's not my home. That was a quick reminder, like, you know why you're here, because you gotta get after what you're here for, you know. Otherwise, you wouldn't, you know. And so that was a very quick reminder for me every day, you know. And yeah, that's it. So for me, it wasn't hard. Plus, I love it, fucking, you know. People don't realize, like, this sport is the only thing that as a sport, they made, you know. In the sport is legal something that in reality is not legal. You know, you cannot just go out and punch people, and you cannot even agree to it unless, you know, like, just kind of like you know, like gentleman agreement, one-on-one kind of thing. Yeah. If they see you on the street fighting, even you agreed on it, like, they probably arrest you. So you can't really, you know. And I get to do something that I love and that I couldn't be doing otherwise. So yeah. That's the ultimate win. Like, we were at Dubai Mall the other day, and, you know, we're just walking around and people coming up to take photos and everything like that. And obviously you're a star everywhere. But obviously it must be a different level in Italy. What's life in Italy like for you?
Just, yeah, bro. I mean, like, you just have to move a little bit differently. Just move a little bit differently. Just go place to place. Don't really, like, hang out with, like, where, like, massive crowds. Especially like young kids, you know, young guys. But it's pretty much, you know, like I said, like, you definitely maybe have like you know, like, privileged access on some stuff, and you know, like, it's nice to see that your work is being recognized. But to me, it's all the same at the end of the day. I'm a very simple guy, bro.
I think you living in Italy is dangerous for you. You're just gonna.
No, yeah, listen, like even now, even after all these years, like when I get to Italy, I don't want to leave. So try to take it with in little doses.
Yeah. How often do you go to Italy?
I was going like 3-4 times a year.
Okay.
But yeah, now think I'm gonna go a little bit less.
So we're at the mall yesterday, and our mutual friend Zach said we ordered a coffee and we're waiting for it, and our friend said, "Give him a leg kick." How strong was that? That was not even 5% of what you can do, and that hurt.
Oh, that was like listen, just to show the potential of how much it can hurt.
Of what it could be. So, Zach, it was Zach's idea for you to give me a punch as hard as you can in my arm. I mean, only if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Not as hard as you can? Okay.
No,
You don't want to get arrested. You don't want to get arrested. Hang on. Let me wait. Where are you going first? Here?
Come here.
Okay. I'm ready. Oh, that's intense. I'm going to press charges.
So video you request.
Yeah. That was tough. I appreciate you coming out. I'm so happy that you came to Dubai. Like, honestly, I can see you as a friend now. Whenever you come back to Dubai, I want you to call me. We'll pick you up from the airport, whatever you need.
Let's go.
So I appreciate you coming, and looking forward to seeing you pick up that belt, and hopefully I'll be in the crowd.
Let's go. Yeah.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Of course, bro.
Thanks for your time.